Do you want to be a completely different version of you in 1 week's time? A completely better version of you in 1 week's time? A completely new you in 1 week's time? Simple. That's the word. Simple, not easy. But I'm going to tell you how, because it is simple. So let's start with, because lots of people want to change. Lots of people want to be something different. I hear it all the time, whether I'm at a speaking event, whether I'm doing one-to-ones, whether I'm doing coaching, or whether I'm just chatting with somebody who's seen one of my books and recognizes me and says, "What about that? I want to be different. I want to change." And I go, absolutely fantastic. That's the first step. Realizing you don't want to be who you are today. It's not all negative. There'll be parts of you that you want to carry on, parts of that you still want to be you, but there'll be lots of you that you want to change. Right. It is simple, but not easy. I'm not going to sit here and give you bubblegum and flowers and say it's really, really easy. Go and sit on the sofa, watch Netflix and manifest. Won't work. Save your time. Save your time manifesting if you ain't going to do any work. Waste of time. So, do you want to be a better version of yourself, the person you want to be in 1 week's time? Really simple. Let's get started. Right. First of all, let's not worry about who you are today. A lot of people, when they start on something like this, they start thinking about who they are today. Sounds ridiculous. Not relevant. Completely irrelevant. You are where you are because of yesterday, the day before, and the past. That's what's brought you to who you are today. You are the creation of who you have been for however many years you've been thinking and talking and then taking in impressions of other people and how you visualize yourself. You are that person because of all those times. But you want to be a different person in a week's time. You want to walk into a room and you want people to almost say, he's different, she's different, there's something different. Different isn't often about the clothes you wear and what you say. It's about how you are. Scientists struggle with this one, but it's fact. It's so, so true. Let's talk about something. I bet you all know somebody who, when they walk into a room, let's talk about two different people. When one walks into a room, they light it up. They don't have to say anything. They can be dressed normal, but there's an energy about them that lights up that room and everybody's attracted to them. Everybody wants to be part of them because they've got that thing, they've got that vibe, they've got that feeling, they've got that energy. They created that. That didn't just happen. They weren't born with that. We're all born the same. They've created that, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But let's talk about the other people. Let's not be negative, but let's be real. There are other people who you will all know. Now, I'm going to say something for a bit of fun here. If you don't know this person, this is one of those, it's like a meme, isn't it? If you don't know this person, it's probably you. Right. There are certain people you will know who walk into a room and the room almost goes down a level. The energy drops. It goes, ooh. We know it. You feel it. Now, I'm saying it with tongue in cheek and I'm saying it with a bit of a smile on my face. But I am also saying if you don't know that person who walks into the room and drags the whole room down, a bit awkward, this one. It could be you. Right. Don't be that person. And that's really simple to solve that one. So how do we change who we are in 1 week? I did a video recently, 2 minutes at a time. Right. So let's take these first 2 minutes. Let's first of all stop, forget everything, write down, who do you want to be? Now, you cannot, now people will pick this apart and go, well, I want to be an astronaut. Well, you're not going to be an astronaut in a week's time because you can't. It's really, I want to be a Formula One driver. I want to be a pop star. I want to be a millionaire in a week's time. Okay, let's be real. If there are people who want to pick that apart and go, yeah, you're not getting this. You're just being the same person again. You are just using lots of excuses not to evolve and not to change. But you can be a different person. You can be a different version of yourself that could take you on a journey to become a millionaire, to becoming the happiest person in the room, to becoming the person with the best relationship in the world, becoming the person who's got the best job in the world. You can start that journey 2 minutes at a time and you can be well on your way within 1 week. Right, okay, so what we're going to do, who do you want to be? Do you want to be more powerful? Now, what I mean by powerful, do you want to have more influence in what you do? Maybe in the home, maybe at work, maybe at your sports club, maybe somewhere, maybe in your group of friends. When I say influence, I don't mean negative influence. I mean somebody who people look at and go, yeah, we'll ask him or her. Yeah, they've always got a good idea. Yeah, they're always embracing. Yeah, they're always full of energy. Do you want to be that person? Do you want to be on the journey to be making more money? Fabulous. Well, how are you going to do it? Write it down. How are you going to do it? Are you going to carry on in your job and do more hours? Or are you going to get a promotion? Or are you going to get a new job? Are you going to set up a new business? Or are you going to, well, the job I've got doesn't pay very well. Okay. Do you love doing that? Not really. really? Right, okay. Go online. Find a course. Go and learn something else. Go and learn. I know very little about it. People talking about AI at the moment. It's going to ruin the world. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money out of AI. There's going to be a lot of people get jobs in the associated industries of AI. Don't just ignore it. It's not going away. I don't think it takes over the world, but it's not going away. I'm learning about it as much as I can. I don't want to be an AI specialist. I want to understand it. I'm learning lots of exciting things about it. But maybe you want to learn AI. Maybe you want to learn a language. Maybe you want to learn... Doesn't matter. Right. It's about deciding right now you want to be that person. Now, you are not going to dramatically change all the real aspects of who you are as that, but what you think you can do within that 1 week and within 2 minutes over a few days is create a new energy around you, create a new passion around you, create something that a scientist can't put as a reference code and go, well, it's that plus that plus that means that. No, it's something that humans have. They have this energy, they have this feeling, and it's created from within inside. It's created from in here and in here. You think the right things and your heart will create an energy and excitement. Now, some people will see this as woo-woo. That's fine. That's cool. That doesn't bother me. I love it. I love the energy of people. I try and talk to as many people as I allocate certain amounts of time every week to talk to different people. I spoke to somebody just this morning. No real reason. Literally had a wonderful half-an-hour conversation, and we got something out of it eventually. What we want to do a bit of something together. There's no plan. He had an energy. He was in the sports world, actually. He was a not a famous one, but he was a football coach. And when I researched him, he'd probably done some fairly impressive things. But he had this energy about him, about sport and empathy, and he worked in men's football and young men in football and the right coaching and the understanding. And it was a fabulous call. Why? Because he had an energy about him. And that's what he did. And I have no idea whether he's a good coach or not, but I was inspired by how he came across. You can walk into that room and you can inspire, because you can start today. Right, okay, first thing to do, but you got to start making changes. You've got to get uncomfortable, because as I say, it's simple but not easy. Right, if you are not happy you are right now, pick one thing that you're not happy about. I'm going to pick something really simple. You may not think about it, but it probably bothers you every day. You get out later than you should, or you're always late. Yeah, and there are people, well, I'm always late. Late for me is just a bizarre thing. Lateness it's not DNA, it's not who you are, it's not how you're brought up, it's a lack of respect for the person you're meeting. Sorry to be so blunt, sorry to be out there. Now, I understand that certain things happen on occasion, of course they do for us all, but if you are that person who is consistently late, nobody's telling you this, but what they're all thinking is that you are showing very little respect to the group of people you are meeting or the individual you're meeting, because you are late, because you've told yourself you're always late, and it probably bothers you. And it should bother you, actually. Yes, it should bother you. Being late is rude. Sorry, it's rude. So, getting up early in the morning and being late, right, that is solvable right now. Really simple. Not easy, simple. Right. So let's say you get up, you set your alarm for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, but you always get up at 8 o'clock. Times are irrelevant, but you get up at 8 o'clock. Right, okay, fine. Now, the immediate answer is set the alarm for 7 o'clock up and get up at 7 o'clock. Now, if life was that easy, we'd all be astronauts, wouldn't we? We'd all be famous, we'd all be millionaires, but it's not. But I get it. It's simple, but not easy. Right, okay, right. But what you've got to do today is start telling yourself in 2 minutes at a time, very, very strange, but it works subconsciously. Because what you're doing, you're telling yourself today, I'm always late and I always get up late. You literally you repeat that on a cycle in your subconscious brain. You've told yourself many, many times that you are late, that you get up late. That's who you are as a person. Right, okay, stop telling yourself. Just stop. Stop right now. The next time you think about tomorrow morning or an event you're going to that you could possibly get up late or you're possibly going to be late, stop doing it. Stop telling yourself, not the action, the what you tell yourself. You stop telling yourself that. You tell yourself, no, I'm not that person anymore. I've changed. I've got a new energy. Now, tomorrow morning, right, if you're setting the alarm for 7 and you're getting up at 8, right, fine. Just it's not going to, if you think you can just get up at 7 tomorrow, amazing, fantastic, knock it out of the park. But I'm also a realist. So what time do you need to get up? So if you need to get up at 8 o'clock, basically. That's if you're getting away with whatever you're doing every day and you are just succeeding at 8 o'clock, you need to get up at 8 o'clock. Right, okay. So what you need to do is set that alarm for, I don't like snooze, but some people do, right? So, but set the alarm, but tell yourself, no, I'm going to get up at 7:30. Why are you going to get up at 7:30? Right, you've set me alarm for 7, and you always got up at 8. But now you're going to get up at 7:30. You're going to drag that half hour in. Why? Because you're going to tell yourself you're better. You're going to tell yourself you're worthwhile. You're going to tell yourself you're changing. You're going to tell yourself, yeah, this is a new me. You're not going to tell yourself you're an 8 o'clocker. You're not going to tell yourself you are going to fill your brain, fill your mind with a message from you to you that you are up early, that you are getting up at 7:30 now, and you're going to make it a habit. You're going to do it tomorrow. You're going to do it the day after. You're going to do it. You do that for 7 days. Let me tell you, you will see yourself as a 7:30 getter. Again, time not important, but I think you get the point. It's all about the mindset. You want to walk into a room in 7 days' time. You want to have a new energy. You can do it. Now, you can't tell people you've got a new energy. They will just know that if you've got 3 meetings this week or 2 social things, and you turn up on time, both times, having been late for the last 20, nobody will really say anything, but there will be a new thing about it. They will go, blimey heck, so-and-so, bloody hell, so people start looking at you a bit differently. You don't want people to look at you as a person who's late all the time. It's not funny. It's not positive. Sorry. Being blunt here, you might not like it, but it's not right. But you want people to look at, if you want to be more and you want to give more and you want to feel more and you want to achieve more, you're going to have to make those shifts. So there's a really simple one about what time you get up in the morning, what time you get to meetings, what time you get to events. And there are lots of other things. I've done a whole blooming book about it. Let's talk about this book here, A Magical Mindset. I've wrote 2 books already, third one coming out in a couple of weeks' time. Right. And lots of people want to say, well, I want to write a book. But they don't see themselves as an author. They don't see themselves as a pub. They say it, but they don't see it. Right, that first book just behind me, above my finger there, that was a challenge for me because I start and I stop and I start and I stop. But actually, what was amazing, I started saying, no, I am going to do this. I'm going to start seeing myself as somebody who wrote a book. I'm going to start seeing myself as somebody who published a book, even though I hadn't. Guess what? I did. And because I started believing it. The second book, a lot easier because I knew I could do it. I'd already done it with that one, so I can do it with this one. Third book, I love the third book. It's a story I never really wanted. It's my whole story about why it all went wrong. I've done 2 motivational books, but the third book is about me where it all goes wrong. Because I, as a coach and as somebody who speaks very passionately about mindset, about change, about motivation, and not being afraid to get out there and create some positive energy on these videos, on TikTok, on YouTube, all things. Right. But I also wanted, but people say, it's all right for you, Cliff. I thought, no, it's not all right for me. It wasn't all right for me. So I've shared my whole story because I want, and this is aimed at everybody, but I want men to read this one and go, you want, and so they don't feel alone. I want them to look at that and go, if he can, I can. And I was in a very dark place, really, really dark. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about being a new you and an exciting you in a week's time. So it's about creating change. It's simple, but not easy. So create those little things. So that's just, so you then go back to, well, what do I want to be? Okay, I want to be somebody on time. Now, I want to be somebody who isn't bringing the energy of the room down all the time. So how do you do that? Lighten up, smile, enjoy. The traffic jam on the way was a traffic jam on the way. That shouldn't be the point of your, okay, it could be bloody traffic, but hey, I got here and I'm really excited to be here. Use the right words. Use exciting, use passionate, use emotion. Use those words. Don't use negativity. There's social platforms, LinkedIn. I'm sure you've all seen LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of those. Every second post is somebody telling me about something that's gone wrong. Every second post. The ones where somebody's taken a picture of a receipt of a cup of coffee that cost them 2 times, 3 times more than they should have paid. I don't care. Right. If a coffee shop wants to sell a coffee for £10, that's up to the coffee shop. I don't care. You don't have to buy it. Don't buy it. And certainly don't go and waste an hour of your time buying it and then writing about it. What good are you trying to achieve there? What the point I'm making there, stop spreading negativity, spread some joy. Maybe it was a really good bloody cup of coffee. It was expensive, but it was good. So, or the journey was, it was traffic. It was a lot of traffic. But it gave me a chance to do a hands-free phone call to my grandma or my mum. Or it gave me an opportunity to put a podcast on and listen to something really positive. It gave me an opportunity to do 5 minutes worth of learning Italian. It gave me 5 minutes worth to be grateful. I am grateful for being awake this one. I'm grateful for that my parents are still in. I've got family. I'm grateful for that I've got a job. I'm grateful for there's enough money in the bank to buy food today. Lots of different things. So what we're talking about here, you want to be a different person. It's simple, but not easy. Just start with simple tasks. That's it. That's what it should be. It's really, really simple to become a different person in a week's time. Enjoy.